Am I real? Is this recording?
So I want to talk about multiple things. I just want to talk about an update of how life's been going, and also a huge thank you for the 300 subscribers. Oh my goodness, 300 subscribers. I know that means nothing in the YouTube world, but to me, 300 people is a lot. Also, the number 3 is my favorite number. So for it to be 100, 300, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I was saying, a little bit of an update. I am so happy and grateful. I've been feeling so loved and so blessed because of a number of things that have been happening in my life. And most recently, about the nonprofit job that I've taken. Even though it's just a weekend gig, it's been amazing. I only have one other coworker. We are actually looking for a third coworker now because another coworker has left us. But my boss and my boss's boss and even my coworker have been so supportive of everything. I did tell them that I am looking currently for a full-time job, and they're like, oh yeah, understandably, this is just a weekend gig. Obviously you're gonna need more to survive, but we're so happy that you're here. And I feel the love, I feel the thanks, and I feel gratitude. And I don't know how to explain this, but it just feels right. And I'm honestly starting to question the library thing. I know that's a big thing here because I started this channel saying okay, I want to go deeper into the library world. And I'll be honest with you, I still do, because I still find comfort in the library world. One of the main reasons why I wanted to pivot into library science in particular, not only because I was really interested in it, but because when I had that part-time job, it became sort of a comfort to me, to just be there with people and to help other people get the information they need. And also my coworkers, I remember my coworkers being so nice, so caring, and just almost happy to be there, if that makes sense, because I know there's so many industries and so many jobs where people are just there to make money and not genuinely happy to be there. Now with this nonprofit job, I've actually found that to be true, but tenfold, because you're not so restricted by government guidelines, because the public library is still part of local government. But in nonprofit, because it's a nonprofit, even though it does operate like a business, at the end of the day, everyone's genuinely happy to be there and happy to serve the community and the mission, whatever that mission may be. I love that. I love that so much that I think I may have found my calling. I don't want you to I don't want to discourage you not go for library science, right? Because if you subscribe to my channel for library content, don't worry girlie, I'm still gonna give you cozy book content. It just may look a little different. I am seriously thinking about taking nonprofit seriously. The only reason why is because during my first week at my nonprofit job, during training, right, I have been not only introduced to everyone from the top all the way down to the bottom, aka me. I have been encouraged by every single person that I've met to look at other departments and see if I want a full-time gig within that department. My boss, the first day that I came in for training, that first day, she scheduled a lunch with me. Most bosses don't really care about that, but she scheduled a one-on-one lunch with me, and I thought we were gonna go somewhere fancy, and I was nervous and everything. And in fact, no, she ordered in, and because I'm vegan for health purposes, but I am vegan, she brought in this beautiful I can't even explain it because it was so pretty. It's like a poke bowl, but it was all vegan. And then she had one too, and I've never seen this before. But I was so grateful, and she was yeah, I ordered in, hopefully you don't mind it. I was no, I love the fact that she took the time to order for me. She saw that I was vegan, and then she also, we just sat in the break room, but in a quiet space, so it wasn't so overwhelming. Because in my head, I'm this is gonna be so overwhelming. I'm gonna be at a restaurant with my boss and maybe a bunch of other coworkers or people I don't know, and I find that anxiety inducing. But needless to say, that was so genuine of her to take the time to take me to a cozy little corner and just talk to me like a human. And that day she told me, hey, let me know if you are interested in anything related in the nonprofit departments because I can help you get there. And I was just like, what? Like, is she like really telling me this to be genuine? Or is this like a trap? Because I felt like I was like, this was like a trick, you know? Like, is this a trick question? Like, are you actually trying to help me? Or are you trying to like see if I'm gonna dip at the first sign that I'm like interested in something? I don't know. But yeah, no, she asked me that, and I very like nonchalant was like, oh no, like I'm good, like I'm happy to be here. She's like, we're really happy to have you. I was just like, okay, cool, like dodge that bullet or whatever, right? And then as the week progressed, as my training kept going, I was just like asked by every person, including my coworker or our boss's boss, like, let me know if you are interested in any department. And then my coworker, she's actually interested in like another department. It's like a social services department that helps you fill out like forms. They're basically like bilingual translators, which I find really cool. Specifically if like you just, you know, don't understand what is happening. Maybe some things aren't translated or not even translated well. Because I know for a fact that Spanish can be different depending on like which region you come from. And even for me, like Spanish can get confusing once it's like formal government like Spanish, if that makes sense. But yeah, she was like, let me tell you, like they're being genuine when they ask you the question. They're being genuine. They're not trying to trick you. I was like, are you sure? And she's like, no, like the other two people that were here before you have moved up. They've gone to like different departments and now they're doing their own thing. And that's only because our boss has helped her or has helped them just move up and get to where they need to go. And I was like, that is so weird, but happy. I'm like, I love that, but that's so weird because that's so unheard of. And so I just kind of like put a pin in it. I was like, okay, cool. I'll think about it, but I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just trying to look for a full-time job elsewhere, right? On like my third day, the director of marketing reaches out via email and asks me if I know anyone interested in the digital communications position that he has open in his department. Yeah. And I was like, what? And it was like he was dangling a carrot in front of me, y'all, because he even included the link to the job description. And I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I clicked it, I opened it up, and I saw like everything, like the whole job description and everything. And I was just like, this was meant for me. Like, I really wish I could apply. Oh, I was like really sad, but that did spark an interest. That really did spark an interest, specifically because it wasn't social media as well. Like, not that I hate social media. Obviously, I'm making content right now. It's just social media creatively. Like when it's done for someone else, it like drains me. Like it literally drains me creatively, and then I don't want to do anything else because all of my brain power has been used up for the day or for the month or for like the next 3 months on that one reel, and then I'm just like dry. You know what I mean? But that carrot that he dangled, my eyes got shiny. I was just like, maybe nonprofit isn't so bad, you know? And so I told my boss and I let her know, like, you know what, I think I am interested in the marketing department just because the director of marketing did reach out and this was his email. I even showed her the email and she was like, let me tell you how to respond to this. Okay, you're gonna ask him that you want to shadow like someone in the department. You're gonna ask like if you can see how it all works out. Just get your foot in the door and start talking to people. Like that's like the best way to just get to know everyone. And I was just like, okay. And she helped me with the email. Y'all, I didn't know how to talk to a director. Like I've never spoken to a director who wasn't actually my boss, like a director from like another department directly, because in my head, in my corporate government head, it's like, you don't do that. That's a big no-no. You don't talk to higher ups, you peasant. Anyways, she did help me and I sent the email, and then literally the next day he emailed me back and then CC'd somebody in his department who was a senior marketing person. And she was like, I'm happy to give you the tour. I'm happy to introduce myself. I can't wait to meet you. And I was just like, oh my God. So of course I did have to check with my boss if it was okay, if like, you know, I could meet with them, you know, after a shift or so that I could get a tour or something. And she was just like, yes, here's the green flag, you know, like go. And so I got approved to get a tour on a certain day, which actually is next week coming up. This is how current this is happening, y'all. Like, this is how current things are progressing, and I'm excited, y'all. Like, obviously, so I did ask my boss, I'm like, is it possible for me to apply? Because I don't want to leave you. I just started this position. I don't want to leave you. And she literally was like, listen, this job is like the trampoline job to like other jobs within our company. And so it has a high turnover, but it really doesn't. It's because people like, you know, poaching people from other departments, specifically that one. It's just hard to keep people in that department, but it's also a lovely way to get to know the company. So I was just like, okay, I'm feeling less bad, but I still feel guilty because I just got here and I'm already like thinking of applying for a full-time job. And she was just like, don't feel guilty. Like, don't feel guilty. Like, I'm just happy that you're here, and I'm happy that you like it here. Because sometimes it's not everybody's cup of tea, right? You have to deal with so much when helping like the general public. And sometimes people don't vibe with that. And I understand if it's an energy thing, if it's just, you know, a stress thing, like if you see other people who are stressed, that stresses you out. Totally understandable if that's not good for your mental health or just your energy. But I really like it. They were really like the people so far that I'd like talked to. She was like, we have a 6-month rule because of this, because this has happened so much. And I was like, 6 months? And she's like, yeah, so you can apply in 6 months. And I was like, okay. In my head, I'm like, I don't have 6 months in me, right? I am technically still unemployed because, like I said, this is just a weekend gig, and it was just to see if I really liked nonprofit, which I really do. That being said, I started to look around, you know, my area to see if there are other nonprofits that I can apply to, like full-time marketing nonprofit jobs. And I actually secured an interview for next week. I found a couple actually around my area. I looked into it and I was like, okay, I technically don't have any real nonprofit like experience for marketing, but I do have local government. I do like what I'm seeing so far in my current job at a nonprofit. So maybe I can merge the two. Also, during my time of unemployment, I just like to say this, I've also been volunteering my time as a marketer. I've actually helped a fellow engineer. She is my friend. I'm not going to get into details of it because, again, I don't really want to dox myself, but I have helped her and a bunch of other engineers with a program that helps educate the youth in terms of like having engineer projects. It's like a STEM project, and a lot of local schools get involved and a lot of teachers get involved, and it's just like a fun STEM project that they all get to be a part of. It's a competition. They themselves are the judges and the hosts, and I got to help out with, you know, the promotion of it all in terms of like email blasts, newsletters, LinkedIn posts, social media posts, and it was great. I did truly enjoy myself. Actually, everybody there was volunteering their time. They're all engineers, and yeah, they were all there to volunteer their time, and I found that really fulfilling. It was really great. I was really happy to be part of that team. So even though, yes, I was unemployed, I have been unemployed for 6 months now. I have been volunteering my time like that. I've also been helping, you know, my friend Patricia as well. And so I added that on my resume, and I secured a job interview. Needless to say, it is just a phone screening, but it's the first step, y'all, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. It would be nice to rediscover myself in the marketing field. It is not social media marketing. It's mostly just reporting, because that's mainly what nonprofits need help in terms of analytics. So this is kind of a back-end job. It's not just running ads or anything or just promoting the mission. It's more of like, okay, what are efforts doing that are yielding the results that we need to? Like, if that makes sense. I hope this is making sense, because if not, I'm sorry. Anyways, moving on from the career update. Personally, health-wise, I've been doing a bit better. I do not really want to talk about like the specifics of it all, but I am feeling way better than I was 6 months ago. And that my friends, is priceless. I'm so happy. I sincerely think that a lot of people, if you're burnt out, if you're stressed, girly pop, you need a vacation. Like, you need like a deep vacation. I'm talking like save your money and then quit your job and then just go on a vacation for like a month or something. You know what I mean? Like, I think everybody deserves a good rest. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I make up this. Who cares? And then on the business side, Cozy Pao Co, I have been lacking. I am clocking myself on that right now because it's a blind date with a book, and Patricia has been so busy with her donations. Her booth has kind of been overflowing with things, and she's even stopped donations altogether. And I am totally okay with that. But recently, I went to a local book sale. It supports basically that local school, and they hosted a book sale just to raise funds for, I'm pretty sure, their own library, which I find awesome. You know, and it was one of those deals where you go in, you buy a bag, the bag is like $15, and then you fill the bag with all the books you can find. And if you want to get more, you can obviously buy more bags. And y'all, I filled my bag up. And so I have so many books sitting right next to me. These are my personal books, don't look at that. I have more books down here, specifically for blind dates with a book. Most of them are romance, but a lot of them are also like romance with mystery. And there's also thrillers, because I know there's spooky girls out there that just love a good spook. And I think at one point I did see like Amish romance. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I'll be honest with you, the Amish girls, get it. Get it, girl. I did not get those, but I did see a lot of them. Yeah, apparently a lot of the parents and their grandparents donated a lot of the books that I saw in the book sale. Someone's granny got their freak on with Amish romances. I love that for her. She was a baddie. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to do a whole video on like how I do blind dates with a book, with these books that I have, like what I do once I do have them. Like, you guys, there's a whole process that I'd have to do, like, to not only mentally prepare but also physically prepare. Like, it's kind of like a conveyor belt. Like, I have to clean the books, I gotta prep the books, and then I actually decorate the books. And there's like research that goes into each one of them, because I want the cover of the blind date with the book to reflect what it actually has inside. And then I also have to decorate the book. So that's a whole video, which I'll probably do it next week. So this is probably the next video. It's just me and this big old Trader Joe's bag filled with books. And if you're interested, which I hope you are, yeah, that you're gonna see the whole process of me, you know, wrapping up blind dates with a book. Also, speaking on that front, I was thinking of opening up my own booth. If I do end up getting this full-time, like, nonprofit marketing job, which I hope. If I do, I plan on opening up my own booth, basically making blind dates with a book for my booth, amongst other things. I've also been thinking about doing different crafts, such as like making my own keychains out of like mini toys that I find like at the thrift store. Like, I see so many cute toys that would make really just wonderful keychains, you know what I mean? Like, and everything, that I'm just like, that would be a really cute keychain. And I kind of want to buy like a keychain making machine. It's not even a machine, it's a drill. I know it's a resin drill. And then, like, you know, making keychains out of it, I think it'd be really cool. And then I also want to make my own bags. I know I'm getting ahead of myself already because I don't even have a booth, but I would love if Cozy Pao Co would be that. A bunch of like cute, cozy things that I've given a second life to. Specifically just things that people like usually just throw away or just don't really like. I would love to like have a business that just thrives on that, you know, giving things a second life. So yeah, please come support, watch. I'll put this down now because this is heavy. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Please go support your local library because they need your support. And I'm just happy you guys are here. And I hope February is treating you well, like it's been me. Until the next one, you guys. Bye.